Hi, good morning. So this week I've been getting into the office very early and staying very late because I have a special project that I've been working on. And I'm enjoying my cup of tea this morning. Mm. And in the process of that, I've been realizing how lucky I was. Several years ago, I was at a symposium and there was a box of books that were on the table, and I think I picked up this book for less than $2. Crazy as that may be. It's a really cool book. I don't know if you can see it here, and it's kind of backwards, but the interesting. I'll keep it up there while I'm talking for a second, and I'm letting it be that way for a reason. I'm going to give you a minute to figure it out. The very cool thing about this book that's a little different is that it's published by the Hunan Science and Technology Publishing House. And it was published back in the 70s. And let's see. Oh, I take it back. I'm sorry. It was published in 1992. And the print just kind of looks a little dated because it's published in China. And this is a book of herbs. This is a book of over 250 herbs that all have these specific properties. And yes. And so there are specific regulations around the practice of my medicine in America. And one of the things that it is illegal for me to say is it would be illegal for me to say that I treat cancer. And so we are focusing on the prevention of cancer and how to prevent cancer. And so that really has to do with the detoxification pathways and the herbs that we can use to detoxify the body and allow the toxins that have been built up to let go. Now, if you think about it, I'm just going to talk really quick about this because I think it's pretty fascinating, and I really enjoyed nerding out this past week and getting to spend so much time with my books because that's one of my great loves. And so a little bit about cancer from Chinese medicine perspective. And again, I would never say that I treated cancer because that would be illegal. But something that I do treat is toxic heat that is built up in the body. And toxic heat is a Chinese medicine way of saying when the tissues have gotten, when there are toxins that have been around in the body for a long time, or when the body is drying itself up. So when you think about things like risks of cancer, so we're talking about cancer prevention today. When you think about things like risks of cancer, what are some of the things that increase risk? Well, one of them, as we all know, is cigarettes. It's gotten a lot of play in recent years, is cigarette smoking. And why would that be the case? Well, the reason for that is because it introduces a lot of heat to the body, and specifically into the lungs. And this is an area where energy, qi, oxygen is dispersed throughout the whole body. So if we're heating that up, the lungs are kind of restricting. In addition to that, there's also the chemicals that are in cigarettes. So in addition to the tobacco leaves, there's a great deal of chemicals that are put into it. And those chemicals also are toxins. So we treat toxic heat, toxins in the body. And so what we need to make sure is the case is that the body's detoxification pathways are working properly. Now, this gets into quite a conversation. That's why we're having a whole class about it on Saturday. Some pieces of that conversation have to do with what is the state of your methylation pathways? Is your body detoxifying the way that it's supposed to? Is your level 1 number 2? It's funny, I'll see in a second. Is your level 1 detoxification pathway working? I.e., are you pooping? Because if your body is trying to get something out of your system and it goes to all the trouble to pull it out and to make it into a little piece of easy to expel poop, and it's not going anywhere, then what's happening there is your body is reabsorbing those toxins that are in your poop. However, it's even more than that because your body condensed all of the material in order to expel it. And so it's actually in a super concentrated form when it's sitting in your intestines. Anybody who has compromised intestines, leaky gut, dysbiosis, gastroparesis, constipation, diarrhea, any of these things has a compromised microbiome system. And it's said among Chinese doctors that if you ever think you might you have a patient that might be their records might be subpoenaed, then the safest diagnosis that you could give them is called spleen Qi deficiency. And the reason that that is the case is because what that means is compromised digestive system, and every single American has it. It's just the nature of our bodies and the state of our society today. So that has to do with quality of water, quality of food, quality of air, stress level, the constant go society. Even if you are a person that takes care to not be under much stress, then I submit to you just the nature of our lifestyle is stressful here in America today. It doesn't mean that you resent your place in life. It's not that kind of stress. It's simply stuff to do. Kind of like planning a wedding is usually a very positive event, but it's stuff to do. And because it's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of times, there's this well-known, a lot of times women who are usually very kind and sweet and mild-mannered and gentle creatures when it comes to the planning of their wedding. It's so many decisions over such a short period of time, and it seems like everything matters to everybody that they can get really cranky, and this really sweet girl will turn into this monster that nobody has seen called Bridezilla. And Bridezilla will show up on like the day before the wedding day when she's just over this amount of stress. She wasn't grumpy about any of these things. It's just so many decisions to make, and decisions for us are stressful. Okay, detoxification pathways are critical and important, and in the topic of cancer prevention in general, whether we're talking about that or not, what we want to do is we need to detoxify the body according to a specific order. So that order starts with the intestines, and the reason for that is we got to get the toxins out. The next organ in there is the liver, and the reason for that is because of the creation of bile. But that's more on that later. I just wanted to share with you, I've really been enjoying drinking my detoxifying tea and hanging out with my detoxifying books, and perusing a lot of my old notes, and just having a lot of fun here with this, digging into it. Just as a side note, one of the best detoxification processes that you can engage in is exercise. And so that's why on Saturday I'm teaching the cancer prevention class, and on Sunday I'm doing a triathlon because that's what's healthy for the body. So may you find something today that gives you the opportunity to open the door into yourself, to find something that just sparks your love of life, whether it's looking up and seeing the sunrise or the sunset, whether it's really appreciating, noticing a thought that comes into your mind about a coworker or a family member, and really just taking a moment to appreciate that, to dwell on that for a moment, and hopefully give voice to it and share that goodness. You are filled with the innate goodness spark of life. You have an amazing capacity. Your body has an amazing capacity to heal itself, and so does your energetic and emotional body. So have fun playing with that today. Around at the clinic this week, we've been watching some Marx Brothers, so feel free to laugh. Norman Cousins cured himself of ankylosing spondylitis by laugh therapy, and there's actually a website online called Laugh. Well, you might have to get back with me on this one. Email me if you'd like more information about Norman Cousins' online Laugh University. Have a great day, and there is still room in the class. We still have a couple seats left for class on Saturday. We would love to have you. This is at Hotel Indigo, and we're gonna have a lot of fun, and hope you can join us.